It's understanding your path, understanding your identity, and understanding that the identity that God has placed inside of you may or may not align with the desires of everybody around you. People will say to hyper specialize in a thing. There was this thing growing up, this quote that said the jack of all trades is a master of none, right? But then when I learned more about the quote and listened to the extended quote itself, it said the jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So this whole notion of telling someone they have to specialize and pick one lane and do one thing, yes, if that is what they are called to do, if their identity is rooted in doing one thing and one thing well and becoming the best at that one thing, cool, rock on. But there are some people that are supposed to do lots of things, and maybe they won't be the greatest at everything. Maybe there'll be some sort of like expert generalist, right? Where you do a little bit of everything pretty well, but you're never the best at anything. That might be a pathway that some are designed to take. But it all comes down to, who are you? What is your identity? Not just as an athlete, but as a person. So for Bo Jackson, is not just him as a football player or baseball player, but him as a man and the lessons he learned. Like he mentioned that God put a speed bump in his life with that major injury that he, had in 1990. But that was also indication of something in his life needed to slow down. That was the pathway that he needed to take. And again, we didn't sit here and listen to some therapy session where he may have had years in which he had to go through some deep work and understand the purpose and the reason behind things and why certain things happen, what lessons were learned. He may have expressed that on some other platform somewhere, or maybe he's done the deep work to do that. Maybe so, but the reality is he understands who he is, and he's fully accepted that. That's something we all can take away from this conversation.